Product Launch Secrets. How to successfully launch any product in any niche. You've got this great product idea that's in the works, and now you're starting to contemplate the product launch. You can't help but get excited. You've heard the stories before about these amazing six-figure product launches that get the whole niche buzzing as everyone affiliate seems to promoting the offer. Maybe you've daydreamed a bit about how it would feel to create this sort of launch around your product. Just imagine the money flowing in, your inbox lighting up with sales notifications, your list exploding, and you getting huge amounts of respect in your niche. Sounds good, right? You know it's doable. You've seen it, plenty of marketers create these amazing affiliate-driven product launches, and yet, it's hard as hell to pull off if you're a newcomer. Impossible? No, it's not impossible, but it's a really difficult thing to do successfully if you're just getting established in your niche. And a lot of beginning marketers who try to create an affiliate-driven product launch end up disappointed with their results. Here's why. The biggest and best affiliates in your niche are already plugged into and promoting the biggest and best vendors in your niche. Sure, these super affiliates always have an eye out for a new opportunity, an up-and-coming vendor, a product with a lot of potential. But these affiliates also get a lot of amazing offers crossing their desks every single day of the week. Everyone and their uncle want the super affiliates promoting their launches and other offers. And that means a super affiliate can be super picky about what sort of offers they promote. Can you guess which offers the super affiliates pick to promote? Hint, it's not necessarily the one with the biggest and best commissions. Nope. Which means a shiny commission alone isn't going to necessarily persuade a super affiliate to jump on board with your launch. So what is the deal maker? What is the one factor that gets affiliates flocking to promote a product? It's this, the relationship the affiliate has with a vendor. Because listen up, the biggest and best commissions in the world mean nothing if the affiliate doesn't know you or trust you. If they have no relationship with you, then they're going to have a fear that they'll do all this work and then not get paid. Or worse yet, that you're going to burn the customers they send to you. That will break trust between them and their audience, and that trust and their good reputation will take a long time to rebuild. Point is, super affiliates get a ton of great offers crossing their desk every single day of the week. They've got big commission offers, high conversions, and back-end commissions coming out the wazoo. So, they certainly feel no pull towards risking their income or their reputation with an unknown seller. Simply put, they'd rather work with their friends. Can't blame them. But this fact is that makes it difficult for a newcomer to have a successful affiliate-driven product launch. Again, it's not impossible, which is why you'll learn more about this strategy just a bit later in this book. For the moment, though, let's set aside the idea of the affiliate-driven launch, and let's talk about one of the best ways to create a massively successful product launch with an avalanche of orders. It's this: build an audience first, and then sell your in-demand product to that waiting audience. You see, a lot of marketers do this totally backwards. They create a product, and then they go looking for an audience who wants to buy it. Here's what we're suggesting. Build your audience before and during the product creation process. This gives you time to build anticipation for your product and build a relationship with the audience. And by the time you launch your product, your audience will be chomping at the bit to get their hands on your product. Sounds good, right? By the time you finish this guide, you'll know exactly how to pull of a successful product launch for yourself by building an audience first. We'll touch on two other options as well: affiliate-driven launches and paid advertising. Together, these options give you a proven strategy that's worked for countless marketers across countless niches. And you can bet this strategy will give you a successful product launch too. So, let's jump in. Building a drooling fanatic audience. Let me be clear, here, you need to build your audience right, or don't bother doing it at all. And that means you need to build a highly targeted mailing list. We're talking an audience that will absolutely drool over what you're offering. The kind of audience that yells, "Shut up and take my money." You see, a lot of marketers favor quantity over quality, and so they use absolutely ridiculous and untargeted means of building their audience. Some of them manage to build a massive list, and then they're absolutely shocked when this list is as unresponsive a piece of bologna. Then other marketers make the mistake of building their audiences on third-party platforms like Facebook. Of course, platforms like Facebook makes you pay to get your own content in front of the audience you spent so much time building, which stinks. Building an audience solely on a third-party platform is also a risky proposition because Facebook could change their business model tomorrow, and you'd be out of luck and out of a platform. Now heads up, I'm not saying you shouldn't be on Facebook or other social media. Not at all. You can and should be building out your platforms in those venues, but they shouldn't be your focus, and any followers you do get to those platforms should be directed to your lead page. In short, your primary focus should be on building your own list. Something you own. Something you can take with you even if you change autoresponders. Something that no one else can take from you. Something that isn't subject to the whims and business model of a third party. So, how do you build a responsive, even drooling mailing list, and then convert these subscribers to cash-paying customers? There are 3 big parts to this process. Part 1, dangle an attractive lead magnet. Part 2, create a follow-up series. Part 3, drive targeted traffic to your lead page. One of the big advantages of building an audience first and then promoting a product is that you'll have a waiting, eager audience with whom you've already built a relationship. And that means impressive conversions on launch day. Let's look at these 3 pieces separately. Part 1, dangle an attractive lead magnet. Your lead magnet has 2 jobs, and you must design it with these 2 jobs in mind. Specifically, 1, a good lead magnet must attract targeted leads. 2, a good lead magnet should promote your paid offer. Let's consider these 2 factors separately. Attract targeted leads. Let's be clear here. If your prospects want something mundane and rehashed, they certainly have plenty of options from which to choose. I don't even know what niche you're in, but I can make a pretty good bet that it's inundated with lead magnets that all look pretty much the same. If you want to stand out and really attract targeted leads, then you're going to have to make sure your lead magnet possesses the following characteristics. It's something your audience really wants. Just because you think it's an awesome idea for a lead magnet doesn't necessarily make it so. You need to find out what your audience really wants and then deliver it in the form of a lead magnet. Here's a hint. If your audience is already paying elsewhere for a similar product, then you can bet they're going to snap up your free lead magnet. That's why you need to do your market research to find out what's selling, and then create something that's even better than what's currently on the market. This could take any number of forms, including an ebook, video, access to a membership site, app, or similar item. The key is to create something your audience wants in the format they prefer. It's valuable. You're offering this lead magnet for free to your audience, but that doesn't mean the product should be worth $0. And yet, plenty of marketers make this mistake. So they toss out some cheapo lead magnet and then wonder why people aren't clamoring to join their mailing list. Listen, people value their email addresses and inboxes. They're not going to turn their email address over for just any product. They need to be convinced that this is a good product. And that means you need to offer something free that you could easily charge money for. And indeed, perhaps others in your niche are charging $25, $50 or more for the same thing. And even more than their email addresses, people value their time. If your offer doesn't look valuable and or possess all of these other characteristics we're talking about, your prospects aren't going to be willing to invest their valuable time to read, watch, or use your product. So you need to make sure you're creating something valuable. And that brings us to the next characteristic. It's impressive. Here's the bottom line for this characteristic. Your lead magnet needs to be a high-quality product that solves a problem. Your prospects should already feel impressed when they land on your lead page. And by the time they start using your lead magnet, you should be knocking their socks off. You want your prospects' eyebrows to go up in delight. You want them to sit back and say, "Wow, this is amazing. I just learned something new." Because when your prospects are wide-eyed and impressed with your lead magnet, then you're going to accomplish both the goal of attracting the lead as well as converting them into a buyer. Point is, don't put out the same rehashed garbage as everyone else. Instead, think about how you can give your prospects something unique. For example, if you're creating a report, then this report should include at least 1 or 2 fresh tips. Or, at the very least, the book should present the information in a fresh way. For example, if everyone offers standard step-by-step instructions, then you might make your content stand out by offering the instructions in the form of a formula you've created. Next, the trappings look polished and professional. As mentioned above, the content needs to rock, but the packaging around the content needs to be impressive too. This includes the ecover graphic and any other graphics you use to promote the offer, the overall design of the product, which of course leads won't see until they actually use the product in most cases. Because here's the thing, no matter how evolved and flexible humans like to think they are, they still very much judge a book or any other lead magnet by its cover. That's why your cover better be attractive, compelling, and professional. If you don't have the design skills needed to pull this off, then you're going to need to outsource this task to a qualified professional. Yes, it's that important. You can find an ecover designer by searching Google, or you might even post a project on a freelancing site such as freelancer.com. Here's what else your product needs. It's got a catchy title name. Just as your prospects will judge the quality of your product based on its associated graphic, you can bet your last dollar they're also going to judge your product based on its title or name. Think about this book you're reading right now. Do you think you would have downloaded it if it were called something mundane such as launching your product? Sure, maybe you'd pick it up because you know and like the people who created it. But let's imagine for a moment that it was created by people you didn't know. You'd never heard of them, had no idea of their reputation and expertise in the niche. Now let me ask you, would you pick up a book from these strangers called Launching Your Product? If you're being truthful, the answer is probably not. As it is, the majority of prospects who encounter a lead page will say no to the offer and click away without filling in the opt-in form. That's why you need to give yourself every edge you can, which includes creating catchy titles for your products. So here's the million-dollar question. How do you create catchy titles? Check out these steps and ideas. Profile your audience. Before you even think of brainstorming titles, you need to understand who your audience is. That way, you can craft a title that really resonates. Now, the truth is that you should create a buyer profile before you even begin creating a product. But either way, the point is that you need to do it now rather than later. In order to profile your audience, you'll need to do some market research. Some information you can glean from reputable sources, such as government websites, university publications, and research organizations. In other cases, you may need to conduct some surveys to get information. You can start by gathering demographic information, just so you have an idea of the characteristics of your potential customer. This information includes age, gender, where they live, income, education level, job, career, marital status, have children. If so, how many and what age, hobbies, problems, what motivates the person, dreams, fears. What type of products do they use in the niche? Why haven't they been able to solve their problem yet? What do they wish was different about products in the niche? What does their dream product look like? What benefits are important to them in a product? Any sort of jargon the person uses? What else do you know about your ideal customers? Why does this demographic information matter? Knowing this information will help you create better products, better titles for your products, better ad campaigns, better blog posts, better emails, better social media content, and so on. Point is, you'll be able to create products and content that really resonate with your audience. Let me share with you a specific example. Let's suppose you've created a bodybuilding book. You might create a totally ho-hum title in an attempt to appeal to a mass audience. For example, Bodybuilding for Beginners. Wow, big yawn. That kind of title isn't exactly going to shatter any sales records. Now let's imagine instead that you've done your research so you understand exactly the type of person who's going to read your guide. Now you can create a title that really resonates with that type of person, such as The Skinny Guy's Guide to Getting the Body of a Greek God. Much better, yes? So with that in mind, move to the next step. Understand your product. At this point, you know your audience about as well as you can. Now you need to really dig deep to figure out what this audience is going to like about your product. To that end, you'll want to list all the features and benefits of your product. Now heads up. The features are the parts of your product. The benefits are what the parts do for the users. Most people are primarily interested in the benefits of the product, which is why your title should focus on benefits rather than features. Let me give you an example. A feature of a dieting guide is that it includes meal plans. The benefit of these meal plans is that it makes it easier and quicker for people to lose weight because there is no guesswork required. Now your turn. Go ahead and list out all the benefits of your product. Then rank these benefits according to what's most important to your particular audience. Then move on to the final step. Brainstorm. Benefit-driven titles. Now it's time to brainstorm potential titles for your product, with a particular focus on benefit-driven titles. Here's a classic example. How to Win Friends and Influence People. This simple title showcases two powerful benefits that tap into the audience's core desires. It also includes the powerful trigger phrase, how to. Here are other trigger words that you may wish to include during your title brainstorming. You secrets discover revealed. Amazing, guaranteed, new, scientific, proven, quick, fast. Easy, better, surprising, startling, massive. Take note that most people are looking for quick and easy solutions. They're also looking for solutions that tap into their core desires and drives, which include the drive to acquire. This includes the acquisition of both tangible things, such as 2-carat diamond rings, and intangible items such as influence and respect, the drive to learn. People are naturally curious, and they want to learn new information about topics that interest them. Even better is if there's a chance for them to learn secrets that others don't know. The drive to bond or love. People want to feel desired and loved. This plays into everything from attractiveness to raising a family. The drive to feel. Part of the human experience is to seek out pleasure and excitement. We want to feel happy. The drive to defend. This is the drive to protect what we already have, whether that's money, relationships, or something else. People have a great fear of loss, which in some cases may be even more powerful than the desire to gain something. The point is, if your product and the title itself can tap into one or more of these drives, then you'll already be halfway to sale. Take the previous classic example of How to Win Friends and Influence People. This title taps into both the drive to bond and the desire to acquire power. Consider your own product. What drives does it satisfy? And how can you craft a title that addresses those drives? Go ahead and do some brainstorming. Meanwhile, let's look at the second goal of your lead magnet. Promote your paid offer. Your lead magnet has done a fine job of reeling in your prospect and getting them to join your mailing list. The prospect is now reading, watching, or otherwise using the lead magnet. As mentioned above, it should be impressive, solve a problem, and offer the user something unique. And it needs to do one other thing. It needs to naturally lead to the paid offer, and it should conclude with a call to action where you specifically tell users to purchase the paid offer. So, first things first. What are we referring to when we say that it should naturally lead to the paid offer? For starters, the lead magnet needs to be highly related to the paid offer. Anyone who's eager to get their hands on your lead magnet should be equally eager to purchase the paid offer too. Ideally, this means that the lead magnet and the paid offer complement each other in some way. They should work together. You can think of them as two pieces of the same puzzle. If someone has one piece, then it will be advantageous to them to have the second piece. Solution 2. One way to create complementing products is to have the lead magnet serve as an overview or appetizer of the paid offer. In other words, the lead magnet gives prospect a juicy taste of the paid offer. This whets the prospect's metaphorical appetite for the paid offer. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose you're selling access to a membership site that offers customers an in-depth look at how to complete a process, such as starting a business. Your lead magnet can offer an overview or a taste of this process, which can take these forms. A step-by-step overview. Here you let your users exactly what they need to do in order to complete a process, but they'll need to purchase the paid product in order to get the detailed instructions for each step. For example, let's suppose you're creating a lead magnet report that talks about how to set up a blog. Your lead magnet may give an instruction such as install a WordPress blog on your website, but it doesn't offer the technical details. The paid product, however, explains in depth, with screenshots, how to install and customize the blog. Light product. If you're selling apps, then you can offer a free light version as the lead magnet and the full featured version as the paid product. In this case, your app offers enough features to make it useful, but serious users will want to unlock all features, which means they'll upgrade. For example, check out the followme.com GPS tracking app. The free version, which is also limited to 2 weeks, lets users take advantage of the basic tracking functions. However, those who want advanced options such as on-demand updates or tracking history must upgrade to the paid version of the app. This lets users sample the app to see how it works, but its limited functionality encourages satisfied or interested users to upgrade to the paid version. A tips report. Another way to offer some useful information without giving away the entire solution is to create a tips report. For example, if your paid product is a copywriting guide, then your lead magnet might be something like a 27 red-hot tips for boosting your sales letter conversion rate. Prospects who love these tips will want to get their hands on your in-depth guide too. An in-depth look at one step of the process. Still, another way to offer part of a solution and naturally lead prospects to the rest of the solution is by offering detailed instructions for one part of a process. Let's stick with the copywriting example. In this case, your lead magnet may provide detailed instructions for crafting attention-getting, high-converting headlines for sales letters. Prospects then need to purchase your guide in order to get instructions for crafting the rest of the sales letter. A second way to create complementing products is to provide how-to information in the form of a lead magnet, and then offer a paid product that helps people take action on this information. For example, you might create a report that tells people how to create high-converting sales letters. You can then sell a package of copywriting templates and swipes on the back end, which makes it easier for people to take action on the information provided in the report. A third way to create complementing products is to offer a tool as the lead magnet and then sell an information product on the back end. Here we can just flip the example from above. In this case, you might offer a pack of sales letter swipes as the lead magnet. You can then offer an in-depth copywriting guide as the paid offer. So you get the idea. The goal is to create a lead magnet that naturally points people towards the order button for your paid product. Now, here's an idea that often ends up being the perfect lead magnet. Splinter off a part of your paid product. This means taking a chunk of your paid product and using it as your lead magnet. Obviously, anyone who likes the sample is going to want to purchase the paid offer. For example, if you're selling a video training course with 15 modules, you might offer one module as a lead magnet. Or if your paid product is an ebook, then you might offer one chapter of that ebook as your lead magnet. Still another example, if your paid product includes one or more bonus products, then you may splinter off a bonus product and offer it as your lead magnet. In all cases, anyone who is interested in your lead magnet is naturally going to be interested in upgrading and getting their hands on the entire product. That's why splintering works so well to attract and convert a targeted audience. Now there's one issue left for this part of the process. Unlocking the precious, aka designing a mouth-watering lead page. Your lead magnet is awesome, right? Of course it is. But you know what? Your prospects don't know that. And if you simply tell them, this is awesome, fill in this opt-in form, and you can get it for free, you're going to have a pretty dismal conversion rate. Remember that whole thing about your prospects guarding their email addresses and being picky about who they hand them out to? Yeah, that comes into play here. Because right now your prospects are clinging to their best email addresses and just about referring to it as my precious, like on Lord of the Rings. So, how do you make your prospects unlock their grip on their precious, aka their email addresses? The answer: you need to create a high-converting lead page. That means not only creating a design that looks really good, but also crafting some sales copy that gets your audience rushing to fill in your opt-in form. For the web design part, you have some options. Do it yourself. This is a good option if you've got the skills to create something polished and professional. If not, pick one of the other two options. Hire someone. This is the most expensive option, but it also gives you the opportunity to create something completely unique. Pick this if you have a big budget. Otherwise, you'll want to check out this third option. Use an app. This is the fastest, easiest, and most affordable option. As mentioned, the design is part of the process. Creating high-converting sales copy is the other part of this process. Don't skimp on this part, because your sales copy can make or break the success of your lead magnet campaign. Let me be blunt. If your lead page can't convince prospects to join your list, then this whole build your audience campaign is in vain, you won't build a list, and you for sure won't be making any money on the back end. Point is, get this part right, and everything else is going to fall into place. Here's a question for you. Do you have the copywriting skills to create a high-converting landing page? If you don't know the answer to that, the answer is probably no. If you so much as hesitate for a moment when answering the question, then the answer is probably no. And if you're answering no, then I highly recommend that you hire a copywriter to create the text for your lead page. You can search for copywriters in Google or go to a freelancing site such as Upwork.com to post a project detailing what you need. So, creating a really good lead magnet and a good lead page to promote the offer is the first part of this process, which gets people clamoring to sign up for your mailing list. Here's the second part. Part 2. Create a follow-up series. If you did a good job with the first part of this process, then you're going to have plenty of folks requesting your lead magnet by joining your mailing list. Now you need to create a follow-up sequence of emails that accomplishes the following. Gets attention. You need to create something enticing that will get and hold your prospects' attention throughout the series. This in turn trains your subscribers to open your emails, engages prospects, and builds relationship. Guess what? Your prospects may have joined your mailing list, but that doesn't necessarily mean they trust you now. A good autoresponder series will engage prospects, get them using the lead magnet, and offer additional tips and information. The end result is a better relationship with your subscribers, which directly leads to higher conversions. Which brings us to the last point. Sells the product. One of the most important jobs of your initial autoresponder series is to sell the paid product. This means showcasing the benefits of the product, justifying the purchase, removing doubts, and moving people towards the order button. So the question is, how do you create a follow-up email series that helps you accomplish these goals? Check out these ideas and steps. Engage your prospects. The first thing you need to do is get your prospects to use the lead magnet they just downloaded. Because here's the thing. Plenty of prospects will happily sign up for a bunch of lead magnets, but they let those lead magnets collect virtual dust on their computer. Sure, they have good intentions. They're planning on looking at the product later. In fact, they're excited about it. But you know what? That vague time referred to as later never quite comes around. The prospect never looks at or uses the lead magnet. And that means the prospect never gets a chance to be impressed or see your call to action from within the lead magnet. So, your follow-up email's first job is to engage the prospect and encourage them to start using the lead magnet. A good way to do this is to start the first email by thanking them for choosing the lead magnet, and then reminding them of all the benefits of this product. Basically, this first email should provide a quick recap of the product's benefits. You may even swipe a few bullet points directly from the lead page. You want to get prospects excited about using the lead magnet. Now that prospects are excited, you want to directly tell them to use the lead magnet right away. A good way to do this is to point to something specific within the lead magnet that they'll want to check out. For example, if the lead magnet is an information product such as a book, video, or similar, then focus in on one key benefit and tell prospects to check it out. For example, while I encourage you to read the entire book from cover to cover, I know you're probably excited and you want to get the best and biggest conversion results in the fastest amount of time. That's why I suggest you start with Chapter 3, where you'll find the number one trick for doubling or even tripling your conversion rate without about 10 minutes of work. If the lead magnet is a tool such as an app or plugin, then likewise point out a key benefit and encourage prospects to check it out right away. For example, the one thing you're going to love about this GPS tracking app is that you can provide anyone with a link to track your progress. For example, if you're planning on taking off on that cross-country RV trip, then just set the app to go, give a link to your friends and family, and everyone can enjoy watching your travels in real time. Best of all, it's really easy to do. In fact, check it out right now. Just log into your dashboard and check out the Link Up feature in the navigation menu. If the lead magnet is something bigger, such as access to a membership site, then point prospects towards a quick start guide so they don't feel overwhelmed. For example, as you can see, there is a whole lot of useful information packed into this membership site. The good news is, you can hit the ground running by watching the Quick Start Guide video located in your dashboard. Just log in now at link and you'll see the video right below the welcome message. Check it out now to save yourself time. Point is, Your first email should be focused heavily on getting people to start using the lead magnet. That's because when they request the lead magnet is the most excited they'll ever be about it. As time passes, their enthusiasm will fade. The more time that passes, the less likely it is they'll look at your product. So strike while the iron is hot and get them excited and taking action right away. Now, just because you're working hard in the first email to get people to use the lead magnet doesn't mean that everyone will. That's why you'll want to continue to remind prospects throughout the next 4 or 5 emails to use the product. A good way to do this is to showcase a key benefit of the product in each email you send, and then provide a call to action where you encourage prospects to use the product so they can start receiving the benefits. For example, let's suppose prospects have downloaded a weight loss book that talks about 5 major topics: nutrition guidelines for weight loss, the best cardio to do for rapid weight loss, lifting weights to build muscle and burn fat, useful supplements for weight loss, how to stay motivated for quick and easy weight loss. For each of these major topics, you can send out an email that provides further information on the topic. This part is important. The information you share in the email should be tips, tricks, and strategies not found in the product. Even better is if some of the information is so unique that it's not found anywhere else on the web. The reason why this is so important is because you want to train your prospects to open your emails. If they get high-quality information in every single email you send, you can bet they're going to keep opening your emails. The other reason for providing unique, high-quality content is because it helps establish you as an expert. You'll want to check out book number 1 in this series, Instant Bestseller, for more information about how to establish yourself as a respected expert, authority in the niche. Promote from the first email. Plenty of marketers think they need to nurture the relationship before they promote a paid product. What that means is they think they should send out a series of 5 or 7 or more emails that are 100% free content, no pitch, as a means of building a relationship before asking for a sale. Guess what happens? If you don't pitch anything in your emails, then you're training your prospects to expect everything for free from you. And that's not the kind of list you want to be building. That's not the basis for building a responsive list. Besides, you're doing your list a huge disservice if you decide to withhold paid products until later. And here's why. Chances are, the paid products are the best solution for your prospects, right? See, your prospects have a problem and they want it solved as soon as possible. If you decide to build a relationship first, while withholding the best solution from them just because it costs money, then yes, that is a disservice. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose you go to the dentist with a raging toothache. What you need are antibiotics, painkillers, and a root canal. But this dentist wants to build a relationship with you first, so he offers free advice and services. He gives you a free exam. He gives you free advice about using ibuprofen and ice to dull the pain. Maybe he even gives you a pamphlet about best hygiene tips for reducing tooth and gum diseases. But he doesn't offer the things you really need because those painkillers, antibiotics, and a root canal aren't free. What would you do? You'd probably think the dentist isn't giving you very good care, and you'd find a dentist who can solve your problem, no matter what the cost. Same is true of your prospects. Your best and most qualified prospects are willing and even eager to spend money to solve their problems. So, go ahead and pitch paid products right in the first email you send, because your best prospects will thank you for pointing them to the best solutions immediately. Offer partial solutions. Even though you can and should be providing good information for your prospects, you don't want to completely solve their problems. Instead, you give them something useful that they can put to use immediately, and then point them towards your paid product as the full solution. Let's suppose you're selling a book about organic gardening. And let's suppose your lead magnet shows people how to identify common garden pests by their appearance and the telltale damage they leave on specific types of plants. Your emails can then take the next step to teach people how to recognize common plant diseases. You may also share tips on how to prevent plant diseases and certain infestations. However, in both cases, this only solves part of your prospect's problem. In order to find out how to fix plants that already have a disease, or how to kill pests that have already arrived, your prospect needs to purchase your full guide. Which brings us to the next point: sell the product. As mentioned, your follow-up series should promote a product right from the first email. Initially, your series should promote the same paid product as your lead magnet. Later on, after about 5 emails, you can start promoting other products of interest to your target market. Here's what your follow-up series should do to sell the product. Showcase the benefits of the product. You need to get people excited about the product, and one of the best ways to do that is by telling them exactly what the product can do for them. Let's suppose you're promoting a product that teaches people how to sell their own home. You might include a benefit such as, you'll discover a simple trick that costs $200 and 2 hours of time, yet it adds a whopping 20% to your asking price. Handle objections, remove doubts. Your prospects are going to be looking for reasons to say no to the offer. They're going to pick on the perceived flaws of your product. They're going to assume the product won't work for them. In short, they're going to have plenty of doubts about whether this is the right product for them. Your emails need to address these objections and remove these doubts. For example, one common objection, no matter what niche or what product, is that the product won't work for the prospect. You can remove doubt for this objection in 2 ways. Your emails need to address these objections and remove these doubts. For example, one common objection, no matter what niche or what product, is that the product won't work for the prospect. You can remove doubt for this objection in 2 ways. 1, provide proof that the product works. This may come in the form of case studies, testimonials, or even evidence such as photographs or videos. 2, let subscribers know about the guarantee. Here you provide risk reversal, where you ideally provide an unconditional money-back guarantee. Give people a reason to buy now. If you can provide a sense of urgency alongside your call to action, you'll boost your conversion rates. One way to create urgency is by making a limited time offer, such as by distributing coupons to new subscribers if they purchase your product within a day or so of joining your list. Another way to create urgency is to simply remind prospects that the pain of their product is sure to continue if they don't take action. For example, if you do nothing, you'll wake up tomorrow with an empty PayPal account and a spouse who's still nagging you to get a real job, or you can take the first step right now to change your future and your fortune. Seek out high-quality blogs on which you want your content to appear because your name will be associated with the blog. Create exclusive content for the best and biggest blogs, which will increase the chances the blog editor will publish your submission. Review content already published on these blogs, and then create something in a similar style. Create an article that serves as part 1 of a series, and then offer the lead magnet as part 2. Next, social media marketing. Your prospects are already visiting the top social media sites such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and chances are your competitors are there too. That's why you'll want to be sure to maintain a presence on social media with an overall goal of driving followers to your lead page. Check out these tips. Create and share viral content on social media, such as infographics, memes, tips, and more. Be sure to encourage your followers to like and share your content. Browse your competitors' pages to see what's working for them, and then model your campaigns after what your audience seems to respond to the best. Consider starting a niche-relevant group. This will help establish you as an expert, and members will be eager to join your list to see what other tips you'll share. You may be tempted to focus on building your platforms on these third-party sites. But again, remember that your focus should be on your own platforms, your mailing list. So to the extent that you build your third-party platform, it should be as a stepping stone to building your list. In summary, if you're looking to enjoy a fantastic product launch, then you'll want to build a list first, so that you have a waiting audience once you launch your product. You can then continue building your list by offering that enticing lead magnet on the front end, perhaps even splintering the main product to create the lead magnet, and an autoresponder series to build relationships and close sales. In return, you'll have a responsive audience, higher conversions, and lower ad costs. And that means this is a strategy that everyone can pursue during a product launch, especially newcomers to a niche. Now, we just wrapped up talking about a few ways to drive traffic to your lead page. At this point, you may be wondering, what about paid advertising and affiliates? Both paid advertising and starting an affiliate program are great ways to drive targeted traffic to your lead page. And because these are great standalone strategies for launching a product, we're going to look at them separately in the next section. Take a look. Launching with affiliates. At the top of this guide, we talked about how an affiliate-driven launch is difficult for newcomers, but not impossible. That's largely due to the fact that you need to invest quite a bit of time up front in developing relationships with affiliates and then persuading them to join your product launch as a marketing partner. However, there is one strategy that makes this process a whole lot easier. Enlist the help of a JV, joint venture, broker, or an affiliate manager. Let me explain the difference. A JV broker is someone who already has the connections in your niche. This person knows the influencers, knows the super affiliates, and knows all the marketers with the big platforms. The primary job of a JV broker is to bring these top performers to join your product launch. In exchange for this service, the JV broker typically takes a cut of the commissions from any sales made by affiliates that the broker brought to your team. Then there's an affiliate manager. An affiliate manager doesn't necessarily have all the contacts in your niche. Some managers with experience do, and some don't. You'll need to ask to be sure. In any case, the affiliate manager does the tasks that you'd typically be doing, including getting in contact with potential affiliates to tell these affiliates about you and your offers, building and nurturing relationships with existing affiliates as well as potential affiliates, managing the affiliate program, which may include tasks such as creating marketing materials, sending out motivational emails, sending affiliate commissions, and generally monitoring and managing the program. Affiliate managers typically take a base pay for the tasks they do, such as sending payments, as well as taking commissions on any sales made by affiliates that they bring into the program. As you can see, you have a choice. Build and grow your affiliate program by yourself. Hire a JV broker to bring in affiliates, and then manage the affiliate program by yourself. Hire a JV broker to bring in affiliates, and then hire an affiliate manager to manage the program. Hire an affiliate manager to build and grow the affiliate program. Note, your affiliate program will grow more quickly if you hire a JV broker and/or affiliate manager to help you. You'll need to do some research to find out if there are any JV brokers in your niche with extensive contacts. If not, then you'll need to hire an affiliate manager with experience in finding and recruiting super affiliates. But either way, the process will go more quickly if you hire someone to help you, especially someone who has already built relationships with the major players in your niche. Now, whether you build your affiliate program yourself or enlist help, the key is to develop relationships with potential marketing partners first. As mentioned at the top of this guide, the major players in your niche see good opportunities all day, every day. There's no shortage of awesome products with big commissions, and that's why they often make their decisions about what to promote based on the relationships they've developed with the vendor or the vendor surrogate, such as the affiliate manager or JV broker. Now, this doesn't mean that you can put out a mediocre offer and get affiliates jumping all over it just because they know, like, and trust you. Of course not. The relationship helps, but you still need to create a kick-ass offer for your marketing partners. Here are the pieces you need to snap into place to create a great affiliate-driven product launch. Create a great product. This is a given, right? And in most product creators' opinion, they're darn sure they've created something awesome. But the vendor's feelings aren't what sell the product. Your opinions really don't count for much. That's why you need to be sure you truly do have an awesome product. And this means you need to do two things. One, ensure there is demand for the product. This means doing your market research to determine if there is an audience who wants what you're selling. You might even test the market, such as promoting a light version of your product, or even a similar affiliate offer, just to be absolutely sure that there is a demand for it. 2. Be sure it truly is a great product. It's a good idea to bring in beta users to offer feedback and help you improve the product before you release it to the public. If you have colleagues in the niche that you can trust, you might ask for their feedback too. Once your product is finalized, be sure to offer all affiliates and other marketing partners access to it, for free of course, well in advance of the launch so that they have time to review it. Next, optimize your sales process. No one wants to promote a product with low conversions, which is why you'll want to optimize the sales process before you launch. Specifically, bring in a professional copywriter. If you haven't studied and practiced the art and science of copywriting, then it's a good idea to bring in a professional to create your sales letter. Optimize the sales letter. In other words, Do some split testing to optimize conversions. You can do this before the product launch with paid advertising, such as pay-per-click marketing. Pay particular attention to those factors that will create the biggest impact on your conversions, such as your headline, price, positioning, web design, and overall offer. Once you've optimized conversions, then you'll have a conversion rate to share with your potential partners, which they'll appreciate. Here's something else they'll appreciate. Offer sweet commissions. You'll need to check what the standard commissions are in your niche for the particular product you're selling. However, in general, most digital products sell with commissions of around 50%. You can make your offer more enticing in the following ways. Sell a high-ticket item. You won't have affiliates tripping all over themselves to sell a $7 item. If you want to get interest from the super affiliates, then create a higher ticket item that will put bigger commissions in their pocket. Offer higher commissions for your best affiliates. For example, if your regular affiliates earn 50% commissions on the offer, then you may extend 60%, 75%, or even more to your top affiliates. Pay commissions on the upsell or the back end. For example, if you have one or more order form upsells, then be sure to offer commissions on those products too. In short, make your product attractive to affiliates with a good opportunity for them to make money. Set up an affiliate contest. Another way to generate interest in your product launch is to set up an affiliate contest with attractive prizes. You can't go wrong with cash, as gadgets may not be as attractive to an affiliate who already happens to own that gadget. You may consider running 2 affiliate contests simultaneously, a contest for the top performing affiliates. For example, you might offer cash prizes to the top 5 affiliates who make the most sales during the contest period. To motivate affiliates who are in the running for the prizes, be sure to post a leaderboard and update it all throughout the contest. A random draw contest open to all affiliates who make at least one sale during the contest period. You may even decide to offer extra entries, such as 1 extra entry for every sale made, though you may limit the extra entries, such as to 10 entries. Then at the end of the contest, you randomly draw 3 to 5 prizes. The point of running 2 contests is that it encourages all affiliates to promote. If you only run a contest for the top affiliates, then some of your smaller affiliates may decide to skip promoting the offer, as they'll figure they're not in the running for a prize anyway. But make anyone who sells at least one product eligible for the random draw, and you'll have a whole lot more people pushing the product. Tip: if you do run contests, be sure to check your local laws and regulations to determine if the types of contests you want to run are legal in your jurisdiction. It's a good idea to hire an attorney to advise you and/or to create the contest terms. An affiliate contest works well if you run a customer special alongside it. Which brings us to the next point: offer a launch special. The affiliate contest mentioned above generates excitement among affiliates. Now, if you want to generate excitement among prospects too, then it's a good idea to offer a launch week special. For example, anyone who orders the product in the first week will enjoy a 25% discount and/or a special bonus package. And finally, provide marketing materials. The goal here is to make it as easy as possible for your affiliates to promote your offer. That's why you'll want to create a variety of marketing materials, including a launch sequence of emails, as well as standalone emails that affiliates can send at any time, product reviews suitable for posting on a blog or publishing in a newsletter, short social media blurbs for platforms like Twitter, longer social media promos and graphics for platforms like Facebook, social media graphics for platforms like Instagram, promo videos for social media or blogs, a rebrandable report or other lead magnet. This could be a splintered portion of the main product. While all of these pieces are important, the launch sequence of emails is one of the keys to this strategy. This launch sequence should include the following emails: approximately 3 to 5 emails affiliates can send before the launch date. This sequence should build anticipation for the product by touting the benefits, arouse some curiosity about what all is included with the product, remove doubts through the use of testimonials and similar forms of proof, and urge prospects to take advantage of the offer ASAP before the special pricing disappears. An email for the day of the product launch. This is a short and sweet email that reminds prospects of the benefits of your offer, including any launch specials where applicable, and then concludes with a strong call to action. an email for each day of the launch, or every other day at most. These emails should handle objections, provide proof, and showcase the main benefits of the product. In other words, a good launch sequence can create an audience who is anticipating your product launch. By the time the release date arrives, they'll be eager to purchase your offer. Now let's take a quick look at one more way to launch your product. Pulling sales using paid platforms. As mentioned earlier, you can use paid advertising platforms to build your list. In this case, you're doing a two-step sales process. This means you send your paid traffic to a lead page and then use follow-up emails to sell a product to this list. Another way to use paid platforms is to refine your sales process before you launch using other methods, such as an affiliate-driven launch. Here you test the main factors that will influence conversion rates, such as the product name or title, the product price, the overall offer, for example, bonuses, how the product is positioned, the sales letter, the headline, call to action, etc., the overall web design. Once you maximize the conversion rate, then you can feel confident either purchasing additional advertising and/or building a team of affiliates. Still, another way to use paid advertising is to directly launch the product. In other words, you send your traffic directly to the sales page, as opposed to the lead page. This works well in combination with other methods, as the more exposure you get across a market, the more you'll have people buzzing about your product. Tip: paid advertising works best if you've already established yourself as an expert, authority, or even a celebrity in the niche. See book number 1 in this series, Prestige Profits, for more information about how to build this expertise in your niche. It's up to you to decide how you want to use paid advertising to sell your product. Keep this in mind, however, in general, you'll get higher conversion rates if you send your traffic to a lead page rather than a sales page. This method lets you build your audience, build a relationship with that audience, and then launch your product to a waiting list. As you might suspect, there are some advantages of using paid advertising. The number one advantage is that you can start getting traffic very quickly. For example, you can literally start setting up a Facebook ad campaign right now, and you could be getting traffic within a few hours from now. This means it's a terrific way to test ideas, get traffic, build your list, and sell products. Another advantage of paid advertising is that it can be very targeted, depending on your venue or platform. For example, Facebook lets you select your audience based on both demographics, such as age and location, as well as interests and online behavior. You can even set up retargeting campaigns, where people who visited your site see ads related to the product they viewed. However, there are some disadvantages to using paid advertising as well. One of them, obviously, is that you need to have an ad budget in place. In many cases, you can start small and reinvest your profits back into your advertising. So while you do need a budget, it doesn't necessarily need to be a large one. The second pitfall, which is directly related to the first, is that you can lose money before you get your ads optimized. For example, it's easy to blow through a wad of cash on a pay-per-click platform if you choose untargeted keywords and/or your ad isn't getting the clicks and conversions. That's why you'll want to track and test everything to optimize your campaigns. Once you have everything optimized, then you can start investing in bigger ad buys. Here's the next question. Where should you place paid advertising? Here are the top options. Place ads on niche sites. Chances are, if you have your finger on the pulse of your niche, then you already know about some of the sites in your niche which accept advertising. You can do some research to find other possibilities, such as searching Google for your niche keywords alongside terms such as purchase advertising. Be sure to do your due diligence on each potential site to be sure you're only placing ads on high-quality sites. Use the Facebook ad platform. This platform lets you focus on a targeted audience that you select by demographics and their interest in specific topics. Be sure to read Facebook's ad guidelines and follow them to the letter before submitting your ad. Employ pay-per-click marketing. A good option here is Google AdWords. For this strategy, you'll want to be sure to bid on narrowly targeted keywords, which will result in higher conversions. For example, the keyword dog is going to be expensive, and it's so broad that you don't even know what the searching is looking for. Do they want to know more about dog breeds, training dogs, dog health issue, dog allergies, and so on? There is no way of telling. Instead, What you'll do is focus on targeted keywords such as dog training books or even buy dog training information. Just be sure to test your ads and keywords in order to maximize response. Experiment with other ad platforms. For example, Reddit.com advertising is surprisingly affordable for such a large site. Just be sure that you narrowly target your audience by placing ads on focused subreddits. In all cases, you'll want to start small when placing an ad. For example, purchase the minimum ad buy for a certain site, such as $1,000 ad impressions. This will give you an idea of what sort of response you can expect. If you're using proven ads, ones you've already tested and tweaked, and you're getting a poor response in a particular venue, then move on. Otherwise, if the response is good, then you can invest in a bigger ad buy. Now let's wrap things up. Final thoughts. If you look around, you'll see a lot of people doing affiliate-driven launches. These work like crazy, but they're not the best choice for newcomers. That's because affiliate-driven launches take time since you need to develop relationships with the top affiliates. This doesn't mean you throw in the towel. As you just discovered, there are some other really good ways to do a product launch with very few or even no affiliates. One of our favorite ways to do it is by building an audience first, and then selling them an in-demand product. One of the big benefits of this particular method is that it gives you a chance to build a good relationship. It builds trust, and it helps you establish yourself as an expert. In turn, this means higher conversion rates during your product launch as well as in the future. Take note, one mistake that a lot of newcomers make at this point is choosing the wrong sales platform. At best, choosing the wrong platform means you need to do a lot of work later when you transfer to a different platform, especially if you have a lot of products up for sale. In a worst-case scenario, choosing the wrong platform could potentially destroy trust between you and your customers. If you're unable to securely process transactions and deliver products, your customers will only buy from you once. It only takes one bad ordering experience for people to lose trust in you forever. You can avoid this sort of problem by using a trusted, intelligent sales platform to securely deliver products.